G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tuckerwell, Marks Point. This Friday's fishing report. Beautiful day today, and as you can see behind me here, that little bit of a northerly starting to move in. It will be out of the north tomorrow with, I would think, some showers happening after lunch, and of course we've got a bit of a southerly shift happening on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in this week look absolutely glorious as per usual. Anzac weekend just rolled through. We were able to get to the shelf and have a bit of a look. 25.5 degrees on the shelf at the moment, and the current is roaring down the hill, still doing 3 knots. We're lucky enough to find a striped marlin late in the afternoon, but look, it was very tough conditions. But this warm water that I'm talking about is all the way in, and basically into around about the farm, water temperature still reaching 23.5 degrees. For those guys that went down to the Texas, some beautiful kingfish down there at the moment. The jig's not working as effectively as live bait. Some very good kings on live bait. In fact, young Jeff McEwen, he was down there on the weekend and was getting dusted by some very big kings. So live bait fishing down on the Texas for kings at the moment is the way to go. And strangely enough, we're already seeing barracuda down on the Texas very early. And when you consider how warm the temperature is, quite unusual. In on the inshore reefs, plenty of trag around, plenty of tailor. But the big news this week has to be cobia. A lot of cobia, as you know, over the last few weeks up around Port Stephens. This week, in fact, we've started to see quite a few here. There's been some commercial fishermen catching them up to about 30 kilo, and I had a couple of reports this morning just south of us, down towards Mawson, Catherine Hill Bay. There's some cobia down there, and the only way to catch these guys is to burley and fish with that floating bait. Heavy burley trail, chum and pilchards up, fishing like you would normally do for snapper, and burling in these bonito. These cobia are in here at the present moment chasing bonito. There's still quite a few bonito around, but the beauty of it is a lot of these bonito are only about a foot long. That's the type of thing to put out on a balloon and put it out the back of the boat. As I say, a great opportunity this week to get a cobia off our part of the coastline. It doesn't happen all the time, so if you get an opportunity tomorrow morning, you better get cracking on the beaches. Few salmon, but they've backed off a bit. There's some good tailor, brim, flathead, of course, and some really nice mulloway. On Sunday night, we're coming into the first of the dark, so it's the official no moon scenario, and of course Sunday, the 1st of May. This year is absolutely sliding us by. The estuary is on fire with brim at the moment. Had some fantastic reports this week. A lot of brim throughout our lake area, Belmont Bay, back down towards Swansea Flats. There's an abundance of brim getting caught, particularly late in the afternoon. Pillies, mullet, of course, and Hawkesbury prawns working best. But fish light, still only have to use 3 kilo line when you're in that depth of water. You only want to be in a couple of metres, but there's a lot of beautiful brims, and a couple of photos this week of fish up to 42 centimetres. No doubt there are some bigger ones as well. The odd whiting still on the flats, but look, surprisingly enough, there's a lot of flathead still around. Now, in the channel, of course, up towards Lucy's Wall, Salts Bay in particular, but throughout the lake, a lot of flathead. We're seeing these big concentrations of bait schools now, so school mulloway in the lake, been a few reds in the lake as well. But look, I think you've got to just try on the estuary and have a bit of a target at these brim. There's a lot about. There's some nice tailor, and look, there's a few kingies in the lake as well, so it's a bit opportunity to get out there and having a bit of a crack. Now, this week's ZEREK Fish of the Week winner is, of course, Jamie Miller. Now, Jamie ducked out to Pulborough Island. He's been listening to our reports. He hasn't been on the water in about 3 years. Got out there and caught a 72 centimetre lake kingfish. That's a great kingy, and well done, Jamie. That's the sort of fish that we're now seeing within Lake Macquarie. You can catch quality fish on very light gear. Come on down to the shop, Jamie. You're our fish of the, well, it's basically the month at this stage. You come down and collect your rod, your lure case, your 6 ZEREK fish traps, and I'd like a big thank you out there to the team at ZEREK, Shore Catch and Wilson Fishing, who have supported our fishing competition over the last 8 months. I'll see you next Friday, and hopefully we can talk fishing. See you then.